Alright, Merciless Vaughn back with another Bleach Brave Souls video, and this one is going to be a versus video. This time is going to be between the new Ninny versus the 8th anniversary White. I decided to do this versus video for these two characters because these are just some of the hardest hitting mind units in the game in my opinion. And yeah, this White, he has Frenzy +2, he does a lot of damage with his Soul Bomb. The Ninny, she has the gauge effect and she's just able to do a lot with it. And that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel or you have been here for a while, please consider subscribing and help me get to 250 subscribers. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Real quick, we're going to take a quick look at the Ninny first. I won't go into too much about this character because I did in her initial showcase. But as you can see, she has a mind no affiliation unit with the Hollow Killer. I only managed to pull 2 copies of her, so she will be showcased at 2 out of 5. Soul trait, strong attack recharge time -12%. Quick look at her skill. She is a ranged unit with weakening and burn on all of her strong attacks. She has the gauge effect, which is Berserker 100% and Frenzy +1 when it is activated. As some more notable skills, she does have the start gauge 70%. She also heals and gains 50% spiritual pressure boost when the gauge is activated. She has a devastation of 40%. She comes with full stem 20%, so when you have her at T20 you can give her full stem 25%, so you'll have kind of a base of 45% full stamina damage boost, which is really good. The new skill, Gauge Rampage, which just increases the amount of gauge you get every enemy you defeat. Havoc 20%, and also Frenzy +1, Defibrillator +5 seconds, and Sharpshooter. And so with this character, she can get up to Frenzy +2, but that is only when her gauge is active. So do keep that in mind. Without the gauge being active, she just has Frenzy +1. Alright, and so that was pretty much a quick overview of the Ninny. Let's just go ahead and take a quick look at the 8th anniversary White. I won't go into detail too much about this unit because I did in his initial showcase in the previous videos I did on him. But as you can see here, he is also a mind no affiliation unit, but he has the Soul Reaper and no affiliation killer. He has 2 killers, which is really great. Mine's is 5 out of 5, but for the sake of a fair comparison, I just took off, you know, some bonus abilities that the Ninny wasn't able to have, so he will be showcased with the 500 SP and the focus at level 10. His soul trait is also strong attack recharge time -12%. And this 8th anniversary White is a melee unit with lacerate and drain on all of his abilities. He has Sprinter +3, complete status immunity. This is not the shared one, so he will only be immune to status ailments by himself. He won't give it to other people in the group. He has Marauder. He has the increased mind attribute character movement speed skill 30%. He also has Havoc 20%, Frenzy +2, Bombardment +1, Defibrillator +2 seconds. Increased status ailment chance against heart attribute enemies. Team/party increased mind attribute character special move damage 30%. So he will be increasing the damage of his own special move and everybody else in the party. Damage to lacerated enemies 60%. Damage to drained enemies 40%. And the status ailment spiritual pressure boost. And also, this 8th anniversary White does come with weakened defense, so at T20 you can give him another weakened defense, and the 2 weakened defenses will stack, so your Soul Bomb will just be hitting even harder. But yeah, just based off this character skills alone, his Soul Bomb just does insane damage, and with the damage to the status elements and the spiritual pressure boost and this increased special move damage by 30%, yeah, he will easily clear rooms with his Soul Bomb. And so yeah, that's it. We took a quick look at the character skills, and as for the accessories, since they both are no affiliation units, they will be using the same accessories and also the same links since they are mind units. And the accessories and links that I'm going to be using are going to be the Kamari, Fortification Pill, Katakuron. As for the links, here they are: Psychomon Chad, Resurrected Tensei Zengetsu, and a Resurrected 1000-Year Blood War Toshiro. And as for the bonus abilities, full stamina damage boost, and also weaken defense. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and jump into a single player IT to see what these units can do. Alright, so here we are in the single player IT. We're going to go ahead and just start off with the white because all the accessories and links were on this character first. And yeah, if you really want to get a better showing of what these characters can do, take them into a co-op IT. I'm currently not able to because at the time of this recording it's not mined. I can't remember which one it is, but it's just not mined. I know that for sure. If it was, I'd be taking them into co-op IT instead of single player IT. The characters that are releasing nowadays are just way too strong for a single player IT. I mean, because look at this, it's just really not fair. I mean, he's just easily one-shotting these units without killer. As you can see, neither one of them will have killer because it is plenty enemies in the current IT right now. And as you can see here, don't have to worry about the paralysis pulls on the ground because he is completely immune. Also, that Balgo and Okira are only here to give me some extra potions. They're not helping my damage in any way, shape, or form. And as for his soul bomb, alright, here we are back in here again, just because I like to do at least 2 runs for each characters when I do these versus videos. I didn't activate the boost this time because honestly he didn't need them. I mean, just look at what he's doing. This character will be probably a very strong unit for a very long time. I honestly don't know how they'll be able to top a character like this, but I'm pretty sure they can figure it out. I took a hit there, but with one strong attack I was able to get my full stamina back pretty much immediately. And since we do have the increased status element chance against hard attribute enemies, this status element spiritual pressure boost is just activating a lot more frequently than a character that doesn't have it would, obviously, because that is just a really great skill for these units to have. Yeah, this is just not fair. Just take these units, if you want to like compare these 2 units yourself, take them into a co-op IT when the appropriate one is up. This time we're going to be showing off the Ninny. Do be careful, she has fire resistance, not paralysis resistance, so keep in mind of these paralysis status elements pulls on the ground like I just showcased right there. Definitely was intentional, just to make sure you guys remember that she is not immune to this status element. And since our gauge is active, we do have Frenzy +2 for a while, and it's gone. So yeah, without the gauge we have Frenzy +1, with it active we do have Frenzy +2. But we are getting our gauge back pretty fast with that gauge rampage skill, so yeah, it's pretty much really a good skill to have on a character like this. And she is having no problem with these enemies either, but no, it is a single player IT. And as for her soul bomb, alright, so here we are with the final run for this video. Overall, both these units are really good. Yeah, the anniversary white, doesn't matter what enemies you go up against, he will just obliterate them because his skills are just really good. The Ninny, we don't have a lot of mind hollow killer units, so yeah, she's definitely a great unit to have for when you are going up against hollows or any other affiliation, really, just because she does have the gauge effect, and the gauge effect is really good. Yeah, because we're able to activate our gauge multiple times in one run with that gauge rampage skill. And also, shortly after the gauge was released, they did buff it to where you're able to get more gauge energy per strong attack that you use. And it doesn't even have to be strong attacks, you can also fill it with your nat ability. Alright, so that was a brief showcase of these units side by side, and in my opinion, the 8th anniversary white is just better. Not by leaps and bounds, but just by a lot. I mean, his skills are just really good. His strong attacks are good as well. I mean, he has Lacerate and Drain. Lacerate just stops enemies from using their soul bombs and moves, and Drain just heals you. Being immune to all status elements is great. Increasing your movement speed. He comes with Frenzy +2 already. Bombardment +1. The increased status element chance against hard attribute enemies is always good for a character, especially the ones that have the status element spiritual pressure boost. Damage to lacerated enemies 60% and damage to drained enemies 40%. This new skill, which increases your special move damage by 30%, is great. Him having weakened defense and also able to put another weakened defense so that it can stack your soul bomb will just hit insanely hard, and his soul bomb is definitely the hardest hitting one in the game. And yeah, he's just insanely good. The Ninny is also good as well, but she only gets that Frenzy +2 while her gauge is active, while the white just has it all the time. But with the gauge rampage skill, you are able to get that Frenzy +2 back pretty fast, and whereas his spiritual pressure boost is 80%, hers is 50%, but also only when the gauge is active. Not to mention, white does have 2 killers, while she only has 1. And so yeah, that's my opinion. You might think differently. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. And as usual, until next time.